So what I try to do is, I have the luxury here today for the most part, is to watch the handler get the dog from the car. It tells me a lot about the interaction. So many times we're bringing the dogs in, and I see it all the time, we're getting dragged into training environments on the flat collar or a choke chain, right? What does that do for the dog's emotions? It puts them in a high state of hysterical fucking arousal, and yet we're gonna come into an environment, we're gonna ask them to be capped. So we're already fucking ourselves on the equipment that we're using. So my dog's heeled on both sides, but I taught a right side flat heel, which was NEPO. It was pressure on, pressure off. I didn't richly reward it. I wanted it flat. I didn't want it exciting. Over here, I wanted dynamic heeling. So what I would do is, first things first, is I wouldn't approach training areas in a hysterical mindset, but what did he do immediately when he walked in the door and saw the fucking big tampon? He what? Actually, no. He sat and stared at it. Like, we didn't need the dominant at all. Like, that's the thing with dogs. You guys are going to tell me what you want to work on, and the dogs may say, no, I'm not doing that shit today. Like, that's a dog. So we didn't have to use the leaking, but I would just say he did actually cap very well. But with a dog like that, especially energy conservation, and this is big for coming from South Florida, if our dogs are dragging us, like on my shooting, I had to walk fucking like a quarter mile before we got to it was a very rural environment. Like, in 100 degrees and 100% humidity, the dog's useless by the time we get there. So it's energy conservation, but for their brain, it's a settling effect. You don't want them coming into an environment fucking hysterical. You want to cap them and then pop that top when you need to.